What's good, peoples? So, man, we already know that in life you have ups and downs, and it's so crazy too because you be motivating people, trying to motivate and encourage people, and you know, but it's weird because sometimes you be needing that too. You need to be motivated and encouraged and stuff. You have ups and downs just like anyone else. Um, Man, this morning I found myself a little upset with God. Um, Last night was a rough night. Um, and this morning it had me thinking about stuff that God had previously told me, because now I'm starting to question some of those things that I felt so certain um, that He was telling me before. Now I'm starting to like, dang, maybe I just made all this up, or this and that. So as I'm going down through there with God, and I'm asking Him, like, man, what's going on, and why this and why that? It's a bunch of BS, man. um, God told me, a pretty good while back who I was. Not only what I was capable of, but what I was going to actually do, or what He was going to do through me. I felt like, just as plain as day, he spoke that into my heart, amongst other things. Anyway, so after I got finished praying and talking to God, I didn't feel any better. Honestly, I still don't just feel, you know, any better per se, but something did come to my remembrance, and I've heard sermons with this in it and everything. Plus, I've read it. So, when David was anointed, he still had to go back to the field and tend the sheep. You know, even when he found that, man, you're gonna be a king. All of these marvelous things or whatever that you can imagine that comes with a kingship or being a leader or of that magnitude. I'm sure you think about all of the positive and cool aspects before you do, the other part, the hard parts that leaders have to make decisions and so forth. Anyway, he had to go back, and I thought maybe, well, maybe that's my situation, because I know God is not a liar, and I know I didn't make up anything, you know. But He told me them things, and I had to go back to the field. I had to continue to tend the sheep, and I feel like that's what I'm doing now. I feel like, whenever I get alone with myself and try to think about the situation, because I'm a thinking person. Um, I like to think. I like to dig deep into stuff. I also like to see different viewpoints on stuff, even though, it may seem like to some people that I see things my way, um, which is probably true, but I'm definitely con- cautious of that, and I'm trying to, look at things through other people's eyes and put myself in other people's shoes. But anyway, I think that I'm just back to the field, and these are just steps that it's that's required of me in order to get to where, He said I was going to be. And many times, God tells us, the destination, where we're going to be, where we're going to end up, but he doesn't give us the route, the route, how we're going to get there. He says that, which is a good thing, I guess. He knows all. Um, he knows better than us what's going on. However, still, it's very frustrating life and up and down and growing. But I just want to. I made this video to try to encourage you that if you're going through any type of things, whatever it may be, and you're questioning, well, God, you said this and this has not come to pass. Matter of fact, it don't look like it's ever going to come to pass what you said, not judging on the situations. Then we have to, go back to the word and remember that we're to not to lean on our own understanding. When he starts something, he's going to finish it. And that he has a plan for our life, and it's a good plan, a plan to prosper us and grow us. And then we have to fall back on, we know that all things work to the good of those who love all things. So, try to encourage yourself in the word and stay, as best as you can, just stay focused on him. Even when you get upset, even whenever it doesn't look like that. One thing my sister used to always tell me, my sister Fritz, she had passed away. She used to say, it's not about what you can see, it's about what you can't see. And I try, I'm trying to remind myself of that and use that for motivation, but sometimes it's so difficult. However, it still doesn't change the fact that he's still working. Regardless of what it looked like, regardless of how I feel, God is still working. If he promised you something, if he said something, that is it. It is what it is. It's going to happen. I'm guessing what I'm trying to, motivate myself in is just trust the process and do that with maturity. I'm trying not to be immature about the situation and, ugly. Even though I kind of feel like, man, I got the right to be, a little salty behind this. I should be able to say this. But really, if it's not going to fix the situation, if it's not going to edify, lift up God, if it's not going to lift up the situation, if it's not speaking life into the situation, then keep it to yourself. I don't know. Just thought maybe some news somebody could use.